Traders, listen, it has been a wow, but today I want to just have a Q&A with you all. I've been just getting different questions about the kind of market that we're in. I know that some people, this has just been a struggle. Um, you've been having to adjust a lot in the kind of market that we're in today. So I just wanted to create this space where you all can just ask questions because I understand that it can be difficult adjusting whenever a market shifts, right? I am going to be going live every day this week. So Monday, well, I'm not gonna say every day, but throughout the weekday. So Monday through Friday, I will be going live around this time. Uh, and this is what this is like 8:47 Eastern time. So around 8:30, 9 o'clock, I will be going live. And just again, just to give y'all that space, I want to hear about y'all's journey, how the week has been going, how everything's just been going with you as a trader. I want to talk with you about it. And again, you can just ask questions and all these great things. I know that when I first started, I used to have a ton of questions and I didn't have anyone to ask. So I had to just kind of figure things out on my own. Because of that, I had a lot of failure. I struggled a lot. Um, of course, I'll jump to somewhere like YouTube, right? But it seems like there's nothing like really asking someone a question that you have, right? And it's tailored to you. So I just want to give y'all that space. Um, I know a lot has just been happening, right? Just life has been going and going, but God has been good. So again, let me know how things have been going with you and just your world of trading. Okay? We are going to jump over to the screen. I am going to share screen with y'all so y'all can see and we can kind of go over some different things. This was a very interesting day today. So in the signal room this morning, we actually caught this trade. So we caught the US 30 trade and the Nasdaq trade today. Again, in the signal room. Listen, y'all probably heard me talk about this gold zone for a long time. Listen, the gold zone is so powerful. It is a blessing. The gold zone is so powerful, and I'm going to show you the gold zone on just today's setup. Okay, I'm going to show you gold zone. Give me 1 second, y'all. And if y'all have any questions about any markets, please let me know. If you want me to check any markets out that that you like or that you're struggling with or that you just simply want to know, I can give you my opinion on it. I'll give you my opinion on it. Okay, so I'm going to show you what we actually caught this morning. Let's rewind back. 8:45. 8:45 is where we typically start at. That's whenever we begin is at 8:45. I ain't gonna lie, it feels good to be live. I haven't been live in so long here. It feels good. So this morning, let's erase this for a second. Let's erase everything for a second. So this morning, first thing I seen, y'all, as you guys continue to grow in your trading, if you're not already there, of course, you start to have an eye for what you trade and how you trade, right? So your eye begins to develop to see the market in a certain way that fits you, right? Like you see things a certain way. So for some people, when they see this, their eyes is going to say one thing, right? For other people, when they see this, their eyes are trained to see something totally different. That is such an important thing, is like having the eye of trading. I know we talk about strategies and like we talk about all these good things, but once your eye and your like brain becomes muscle memory to your system, you're like you literally see the market in a certain aspect, right? So when I come on here, the first thing, and listen, it's like today it was immediate. It was like very fast. Like when I turned it on at 8:45, I'm seeing our setup. It was immediate. Okay, I see our setup for today. I see what we're probably going to be looking for today. Right now, I do put into a factor that today is Monday. Okay, so anytime it is Monday, do not be surprised if there is consolidation. All right. Today is Monday. Also Friday. So Monday and Fridays, I'm considering, I'm considering just like I'm in and out of the market very quickly. Now I did tell myself that this week I want to simply just get in the market and get out the market. Probably 1-to-1s, between a 1-to-1 and 1-to-2. That's just kind of just what I want to do this week, right? But again, this is clear setup. All right, so if I can get this mouse here to work. I guess it's not gonna work. There it is. All right. So first thing that we are seeing is this right here. Boom. Price is respecting this key level here and this key level here. So we got these two key levels that price is respecting. Now I know that you would like you will also think, well, Kirby, why aren't you doing this? Right? Why aren't you doing something like this? Because the first two are your key reference points, okay? So if you see that your trend line is going to start here, right? Then just respect these two. Even though it has not touched anything here and it just seems like it's empty here, don't worry about that, right? That is the point of the gold zone system, right? The gold zone system, you must give it time, because sometimes when you come into the market, like you're going to see your setup, but it may not reach the next gold zone point yet. So go to the two highest points, right? So if these right here are the two key level, two highest points that we are seeing in this structure as a whole. So this is the structure that we're focused on right now, right? We're not focused on anything in the past. We're not focused on none of this. Now, we can get some confluence from the past though. So confluence says this: we got this downtrend, boom, price gives us uptrend. Now, this is where it gives us a confluence that this may be possibly an uptrend, because here we have this downtrend here, all right? This is also a great position for a Pac-Man's mouth. So we was to rewind all the way back here to Friday, April 11th at 12:15, we will see Pac-Man's mouth. Hold on, y'all. Let's do it right here. Rich, I'm going to show you right here, brother. So recently, not recently, but Friday, this is Pac-Man's mouth. Right, so if this was not here, we was to rewind and come all the way back over here. We simply have Pac-Man's mouth here, right? So everyone that's in the gold zone, I'm sure like our signal room, I'm sure that you have probably seen us talk about this like countless of times every day, right? So price simply broke out. We didn't get a phase two. Maybe we got a phase two in the 5-minute time frame. No, we didn't even get a phase two in the 5-minute time frame, right? We got the breakout. Price came and respected phase three. We could possibly see price come back down here, right? But we are not trading at that time. We are focused on today. Now, this is the key level and why I say, okay, we got some confluence where price maybe continue to go up to the upside, because price simply broke this high right here, right? Price simply broke phase 3 and then came back and respected phase 3. So because it broke phase 3, we're out of this area here. That means that this area here has now became our floor, right? Now that means that this level is a level of support now. All right, so once we got this nice candle break here, well, then it gives me more confidence to say, hey, price may be not coming back this way. And then, like what we see today, let's just come back and rewind. Like when we see today, and we got this long wick back down here and came in respect, and we got another push up here. That is telling us, hey, this price may be wanting to continue to push up to the upside. All right, so you just focus on phase 3 from Friday. This will kind of let you know, okay, price may be wanting to stay above this key level here. All right. Now, that is not like extremely important. It is good to have, but as your day trader and you're just kind of getting in the market and getting out of the market, this does give you some confluence, but it's not that important. All you need to focus on is the setup that's happening at the moment that you are deciding to trade. All right. So again, this morning, let's delete all this. What I am seeing is this uptrend here. Okay, we got a nice rhythm going on right here. Price is respecting these key levels here. All right, this high and this high. Now we're not focused on none of this yet. Okay. Now when we bring this here, what I am seeing, we have to look for the most consistent thing, right? So when I bring this low here, boom, price respects. Now the reason I would not bring it all the way like down here or something is because it's not consistent, right? Like it's just not consistent. This level here is consistent. Why is it consistent? Price is respecting here. We get another bounce here. Price gives us a very long wick down here, but ultimately, when we see in this green and this red come back here and then price push up again, price is actually respecting this level here as well. Now, again, we're seeing price respect this here level again. Now, we did get a little push out, but price is respecting it all in all. So because we can see that price is respecting these key levels, we know that this is a strong gold zone level. We've bounced off this level about 3 or 4 times now. All right. Now, this high here, you could create something within the 5-minute time frame, something like this. You might could create this. Like this would be solid. If you decide that, hey, I want to create like this uptrend right here, this would actually be really good as well. But I don't want that though. Right? I want to see the overall frame of the 15 minutes. Now, if I jump to the 5-minute time frame, I can see make this right here within the 15 minutes. So the 5 minutes can become a confluence. Well, I'll say this. The 15 minutes can become a confluence for the 5 minutes. So it's like this. If we see that price has gave us a bounce here last, and now we're getting a setup in the 5 minutes. Hold on, y'all. I just did something, y'all. Let's see. Y'all, what did I just do, y'all? What did I just do to this computer? I just changed something. Hold on, this is what we're going to do. We're going to just create a whole new tab. How about that? All right. Let's jump back to the 15 minutes, y'all. I'm sorry about that, y'all. I don't know what I did, but it zoomed in extremely. All right. So we are seeing price. Whenever you are seeing price confluent, right? And we're seeing that we're in an uptrend. We got price bounce here last. If we see a setup that gives us like a green light that this price could be continuing to push up to the upside, this was the setup that we seen this morning in the 5-minute time frame, right? Now, in my head, I have an indicator in my head that's saying, okay, we break this key level because we got a bounce here on the 15-minute 15-minute gold zone, and I still see that we have a key level up here. What my job is at this point is I simply want to catch this to the upside. Now, because of the market that we're in, we had to adjust on how we were actually getting into the trade. So typically, what we would like to do is we want to see a nice break. We want to see price come back to the gold zone and then get another, and we want to catch it when it comes back for the push up. But the kind of market that we're in, and our stop loss is being pretty tight at 35 points, we've been kind of having to catch it before it comes back, because like lately, y'all, it has not been coming back. So because price has not been coming back, we just have like we just kind of got to get in a little bit quicker. Now that just goes into adjustment, and again, I know that some of you are struggling right now just because you've had to adjust in this new market, and that is okay. Like, you can still keep your strategy, but you might have to tweak some things within your strategy to fit whatever kind of market you're in. Whether that's you make your stop loss or your risk management a little bit larger, farther back. If you're going to go farther back, just make sure you lower your lot size or contract size, of course, right? Or maybe you need to tighten it up some. So on what we've been doing is we haven't been moving our stop loss. We've just been getting into trades a little bit earlier, and we've just kind of just been executing by the grace of God, right? So say for example, price breaks out, the gold zone and isn't reversing. Is this okay? Mo, I'm reading yours right now. Okay, so commands. Thank you. Listen, thank you. That always happens, and I just have to make a new tab because I really don't know what to do next. So you said if price breaks out from the gold zone, all right, and isn't reversing, is this the same way I find the next level if it's going to respect? Hold on, let me make sure. Let me make sure I'm hearing you right, brother. So you're saying if price breaks out from the gold zone, so boom, price breaks out from the gold zone, all right, and it isn't reversing. So you're saying it's not coming back. Is this the same way I find the next level it's going to respect? Hold on. Let's see. But I hope I'm understanding you right. I hope I'm understanding you right. So you're saying if price breaks out of the gold zone, so maybe like we're looking, maybe this may be a good example. Price breaks out of the gold zone and it isn't reversing. Are you saying it's not coming back to the gold zone? Like, let's say we got a break here and it's not like coming back to respect the gold zone, but it's continuing to push up. Is this the same way I find the next level it's going to respect? Bro, I hope I'm understanding you right, bro. I hope I'm understanding you right. Here, let's just go through this example, and then maybe I can get what you're saying. Let me know if I'm off kilter or not. Let me know if I'm off kilter. All right. So let's just start this. We're going to start this over. All right. Let's just say. Actually, I'm going to give you guys 3 different scenarios. All right. I'm going to give you 3 different scenarios. I'm going to give you 3 different scenarios in this one segment, all right? So, Pac-Man's mouth is here. Pac-Man's mouth is here. Boom. So that means price comes back to this key. If price comes back to this gold zone level here, breaks out, give us a nice breakout out of this level here, we will simply be patient, let price come back to this key level, and this is where we'll look to short this market back to the downside. All right. Now, if we don't catch this, and we're going to be patient, and we're not going to trade anything until price come back to this key level, unless we get some confluence because of how market has been lately. We can kind of just maybe get like a quick breakout, and it literally just run our way because of how market has been. Right, candles have been huge lately, so we may can catch something within Pac-Man's mouth. Typically, that's not what we're looking for, but again, because of the kind of market that we're in. Now, for today, we've seen price respect this key level here. So because we got this respect this key level, because price came and respected our gold zone level here, we got this level of resistance here. Price breaks out of here. Now, this is only reason I would catch this is because price already respected here. And because it respected here, my thinking pattern is going to say, okay, let's see if price comes back up to this gold zone level here. And because I want to see price come up to this level here, or that is the next key level, this is the next key level, because we got a breakout setup here, a gold zone within the 5 minutes here, we can actually catch this back to the upside instead of us waiting and we miss out on all this profit in this level here, right? So because we have not, because of how market has been, we have not been getting a lot of, and this is what I kind of said earlier, we have not been getting a lot of pullbacks before we're hitting like 1-to-1s, 2-to-1s, 3-to-1s, and all that good stuff. Price is kind of just flying. Every now and then we do get a pullback, and pullbacks have been very strong as well. So that's a whole nother thing. Pullbacks have been very strong actually. But boom. So what we're looking for, if price comes back up, we're going to simply go for a long position, simply because this gave us a bounce here. If price didn't respect it here and we seen price break out, then I probably would not take this trade. But because we got to respect back at the gold zone, and I know that this is a key level, key level, key level, the key level, key level. So what we're simply looking for is this right here. Boom, 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 boom. Now, price breaks. We're simply looking for price to push up to the upside. Now, if it does it, that's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for. Okay. Now, typically, bro, what we want to happen is we want to see price come back. This is not where we're trying to enter the market at. We want to be patient, let price come back to the gold zone. That's when we get in for a long position. All right. Now, on this particular day, we did not wait though. As soon as we got the breakout, we got into this trade because market has just been moving quickly. And so this candle made, this next candle didn't do that today. It might have just literally just kept pushing up. So we kind of got in without waiting for the pullback. All right. Now it did give us a little slight pullback here, came back to the gold zone level here. And then boom, eventually we got this nice break back to the upside. And we were able to catch this. Now, if we would have had this set up right here, if we had this set up right here, I believe price I think price actually respected this key level here. I'm not sure. No, it didn't. It didn't. But we were able to catch this today by the grace of God which was a 3-to-1 in our signal room this morning. So the biggest thing is timing. So in a market like this, you're going to have to just time everything good. It's timing. We have our gold zone system, but we have to make sure we time it the right way. Okay, now this was another really, really good entry from this morning as well. Price broke under this low here, right? Price broke under this low here, right? This was our gold zone. Price broke and it closed beneath. Whenever we get a close beneath the gold zone area, that's the direction we want to go. We got to close here, but we're going to be patient and let price come back to the gold zone, right? So price comes back to this key level. And if you want to, and listen, here's a way that you can also get confluence in the market, okay? If you have your key level, let the market tell you certain things, all right, y'all? So just remember that. You can let the market tell you different things, all right? So this is what I mean. All right, let's say that when this next candle comes up to this gold zone, you don't have to immediately get in at this level here. You can wait till price hit gold zone. If it starts to come your direction, you can say, boom, I'm getting to this market. Now, you may get in a little late, but you got extra confluence, All right, because you have extra confluence, it just gives you extra confidence, and you can actually see if the market is going to go your way or not. Now, if you get in immediately, we're in a market right now that price is flying. So we could literally, there's all the, like, this happens so much that we have our gold zone level and we're just like, we're actually not going to get in because we're seeing market, like the next candle literally flying through our gold zone. So it's not wise just to get in, right? Sometimes, just depending, but let the market give you some confluence. Let the market say, okay, it's respecting this. Now I'm going to go this direction. Whatever direction that is for you, now you're going to go that direction. All right. So for here, price breaks. We're simply going to be patient. Let price come to this key level here. Boom. Once price came to this key level here, we could have got in once we started seeing it fall some. Once we start seeing it fall, boom, we can grab this market. And we're still at a decent area where we can protect our trade, like all the way to this point here, right? So this has still been a really good level there. Now, this is crazy. These wicks are crazy. Absolutely crazy. This is a tough market. That's why we're kind of like at a point where we're just kind of getting in. We're taking our trade, we're taking our setup, and we're done trading. So we're taking 1 to 2 trades, and we win the first trade, then there is no more trading that's going to take place. This market is crazy. This is very bad. Now, this is an entry right here though. Once we got a nice break out of here, price came back to the gold zone level here, right? This is a great short position. Something that looks like this right here. Boom. Price broke. Price came back to respect. We could have let price come down some if we wanted to. Boom. Now, the reason that we can't let price come down some on this kind of market is because these candles are weighing so much, right? So when it goes our direction, it's going our direction pretty favorably. All right. So that is a big indicator as well. So like this is actually a really good setup here. This is a really big trade here. And remember, Pac-Man's mouth. Let's close this. Pac-Man's mouth is still down here. Now, it did not reach Pac-Man's mouth, but Pac-Man's mouth is still at this level down here. This kind of just stopped in no man's land and started reversing. This is a very crazy market. Now, this is also a key level here, y'all. Back at the gold zone. Listen, when you create your gold zone for that day, whatever gold zone you create that day, whatever goes on you create that day, you could literally leave that gold zone level up, right? And you can just be patient and just trade at those. Like when it get to that level, you don't got to do nothing else. You don't got to do nothing fancy. You don't have to do nothing. You don't have to, listen, you don't have to do anything else. You can literally just wait till it get to your, like, the level that you drew that morning. If you would just be patient, every time you seen price get to that key level, and that's where you start making decisions at, you will see so much success. You're not trying to guess things. You're not trying to, like, no, you're not. You're not doing that. You're trading at like trampoline areas, whether it's going to go your direction or not. You're bringing your probability down to like 50-50 because of the level that you're trading at. Now, you can't, like, in this kind of market, you can suffer through like wicks, like crazy wicks and stuff like that, depending on your stop loss. Like, that is a thing. So you might get stumped out for just because it wicked and it knocked you out, right? But like right here. Now my stop loss is at 35. Okay. So if I would, let's say that I did take this trade, came back to the gold zone. Let's say I did take this trade to short this market here. I could simply be patient though. If I'm patient, then I'm okay, right? If I'm patient, then I'm okay. And I say that simply because there's literally two options that you could have done on this particular trade right here, and this trade could have actually got kind of messy. I'm gonna be honest. This could have got kind of messy, but it's only going to get messy if you are not intentional about what you're actually looking for and what you're actually doing. All right. So if you are going to be patient and you're going to wait for here, all right, boom, we got a nice break. So in my mind, we broke above the gold zone. All right. I understand that, okay, we're at a key level. We broke above it. We broke above it pretty well too. My first thought is, okay, if price comes back to this key level here or maybe down here, right? This one would probably be the most safest. This is where we see a Pac-Man's mouth at as well. So this is also Pac-Man's mouth. And for those that's like, Kirby, what in the world is this Pac-Man's mouth? It is just a name that I kind of just created just because it looks like a Pac-Man's mouth, right? And it just helps everybody understand what is actually going on. Okay, so we got a nice break above this key level here, this gold zone level here, and boom, we got a nice confluence. Okay, price really pushed up. Now, in my head, I see that, okay, we maybe continue to push up to the upside, but I'm not going to just get into the market. And if you are just getting into the market because you're seeing price go up, you are, how can I say this? You playing with fire. I'll put it that way, right? That means that the only thing that's going to help you if you're just going to just get in because you think it's going to continue to go up is volatility. If the market is moving strong in your direction, that is what's going to help you as a trader. Now, there are times where you can get away with that kind of stuff. And there are times where you can simply just say, listen, there's a lot of volatility in the market. I'm going to just get into the market now, right? I'm not going to wait. But two key levels. And because this entry here covers this gold zone level and it covers this gold zone level here, I'm going to get in at this level because my stop loss can protect me from here, can protect me from here, and it ends down here. So that means that these two strong levels are covered by one stop loss. So I'm happy with that. Boom. So price comes to this key level here. Wait a minute. Hold on. I think I messed up now, y'all. Hold on. Okay, I messed up now. I gotta just make the gold zone better. I kind of moved it. All right, there it is. That's better. That's better. So actually, it's not going to cover both of them. I don't think. It's just barely going to cover both of them. But I will still get in for the first one here. All right. And I'll still get in for the first one here. But if price comes here and it stumps me out, I will not just get in for another long position. All right. So I want to be clear on that. I just have this down too far down, but that was not the gold zone. But this candle here would have been my entry point. Not this red candle, but this green candle beside it. Boom. Once we got a bounce here, well, that one little bounce there was a 1-to-1 for me, right? So I could either close there, I can move my stop loss up, I can kind of do whatever I want to do at this point. I've won this trade off of a very small bounce. But remember that if you're going to trade at key levels, then that's what you can be ready. Be ready for the bounce. Be ready for it to go your way. Be ready. Be ready for it to go your way. All right? Like that's a 1-to-1. So if I'm looking for 1-to-1s, and I probably will be looking for 1-to-1s in this market, or I am looking for 1-to-1s in this market, then I would just take that profit off the table and I'm done. Right? Now I do have the risk, and I don't even want to say risk, but there is a chance that I miss out on a lot of profit, right? And price just keeps flying up. And okay, I just live with that. But boom, price comes back. Now, once we've seen price come back, this is where it can get kind of sticky sometimes, right? Is you see that price has respected this level here. So the first thought is, okay, well, we're going to see price continue to go up to the upside. And this is why I said that this market can be challenging sometimes, right? And you have to just be patient on your setups, but at the same time, you want to make sure you're executing like you're supposed to be executing, all right? Because this is a great setup for another long position back to the upside. We actually caught a long position like that for Nasdaq today to the upside for a nice 2-to-1 today. But on this particular trade, you could have easily said, okay, I'm getting in for another long position here. But in reality, it was a fake out, right? And it was still based upon gold zone from this morning, y'all. So price was literally just coming here to respect this key level here, and this would have been a great short position, right? This is why it's so important to be patient, y'all. Be patient, be patient, be patient. See what candles are doing. See what candles are doing in the around the gold zone area. See where they're closing at and how they're closing. If you're seeing that we're getting a close beneath gold zone, and you know that this is a gold zone, where your first thought could actually be, okay, this might be going back down to the down section. Now, on the 15 minutes, if it would have closed beneath this gold zone, where I can be more confident and say, hey, this is probably going to the upside. Now, in the 5 minute, it can be a little bit more difficult. And I'm saying it can be a little bit more difficult is because the 5 minutes, there are a lot of wicks, there are a lot of fake outs that happen. You see a lot of setups that are taking place. Even if you would have caught this, you still would have probably, let me see. Even if you would have caught this for a long position, you could have got in and got out of this market fairly quickly. And I think you could at least hit a 1-to-1. So boom. So when price came to this key level here, you could have definitely hit a 1-to-1. So you would have hit a 1-to-1 today. Not a big day, not a big trade. But again, the market is actually in our favor. I know that things have changed a lot, but the market is actually in our favor if we are very disciplined and we stick to what we know to do. And whatever that is for you as a particular trader, whatever that is for you, you can just take advantage. Right? Now, does anyone have any questions about any market they want to look at? I just wanted to kind of give y'all a rundown of just gold zone. I am going to be coming out with a gold zone course where I'm going to do a super deep dive on gold zone and what we actually do and why, by the grace of God, it has been a blessing, y'all. We have been doing extremely well by the grace of God. Charting Monk, I appreciate you. That's Randall too. What's up, my boy? But if anyone has any question, any market, you don't gotta look at this market. We don't have to look at the 15-minute time frame. We can, if you want to go to cryptocurrency, if you want to go to, let's look at cryptocurrency because I actually am in cryptocurrency for long-term position. And I'm going to show y'all my next position that I am getting in for Ethereum if it goes to this key level, which is Pac-Man's mouth. This is literally, y'all, everything that we're doing is gold zone. Every setup I'm seeing is going to be gold zone. I have literally, my brain is wired to see gold zone, right? And for you, whatever your strategy is, you want to wire your brain to see your setups clearly, all right? All right, let's look at. Okay, I'm gonna do Ethereum real quick, and then we're gonna jump to Bitcoin. All right, so simply this: we got a little double top here, and I'm not even like a pattern really guy. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm really not like a huge pattern guy. But whenever it's there, it's there. We got a nice double top here. We're kind of creating like this little M shape here. So, and then price broke out of our key level, which is our gold zone level here, right? And we have two confluence. But I want to show y'all something. This is what I mean by trading at trampoline areas. All right, trading at trampoline areas. Now we see that price broke out of this key level. That's the first thing you're seeing. But you cannot miss this. All right, you cannot miss this. This is so good. You cannot miss this. Whenever you're setting this up, okay, I see my gold zone clearly. All right. Price is simply respecting. We're not here, but we're simply going to be patient and let price come to this key level here. That's it. That's what we're going to do. We're going to be patient and see if price comes to this key level. That is phase one. Phase one says, hey, we're going to look for a long position. All right. Let's say that our stop loss is like right here, which is more realistically. We're going to look for phase one. All right. Now, from phase one, If price doesn't respect phase one, we simply look for phase two. Pac-Man's mouth is down here. This is the final. This is the same setups that we look at all the time, almost every day in the 15-minute time frame. We're literally trading at two key levels, y'all. That's it. We're not doing. I want y'all to understand. We're not trying to just figure things out. When we get in here, we're not figuring things out. We see it. Our job is just to execute. That's it. All right. So, price. We're gonna be paid. This right here, y'all. Do you see price came back to the gold zone? This is your entry point. Boom. You could have caught this for a long position. Look how much it went back up, right? This is $582. If you was to say, hey, I'm about to buy a whole Ethereum, or maybe you're just day trading Ethereum, right? You're not buying a whole Ethereum. You're just bought some of it, or you bought 50%, or you're just simply day trading. Maybe you got $100 too. I don't know how much. I don't know. That's not the point. The point is, this moved up $500 from just this candle wick here, simply trading at the gold zone. You are not doing anything outrageous. You're not doing anything that is difficult. You're not doing any of that. You're simply just trading at the key level. Okay, boom. This is $582. If let's just say that you was day trading this and you had, I don't know, $100. Let's say that you was risking $10 on this particular trade, and let's just say that your stop loss was at $200. Well, this one candle is a nice little 2-to-1 for you. And if you're like just buying out, like just straight out buying Ethereum, even if you would have bought half of Ethereum, you would have made over $250 on this one candle, right? So that is that is just the power of just trading at key levels. All right. Now it broke, bro. We know it broke. Okay, boom. All right. Okay, so we got a nice break. Now at this point, we're making decisions. At this point, I'm making decisions in my head. At this point, it's more of a, I know I'm going to short this. Now I'm just trying to figure out when I'm going to short this. That's what we're figuring out right now. All right. That's what, at my head, I know I'm going to short this market, but I'm just trying to decide when and how I'm going to short this. Because we're here, y'all. We're at the place of execution. All right, now we got to just make a decision if we are going to get in now for a short position, if we're going to be patient and let price come back to this key level and then short it, or if price begins to break this level, because we see this level here, and we start to see price break this level, then short it. That's the decisions that we're making right now, right? Boom. Okay, price came back up. All right. Now, ideally, I want to see us get a close. If this next candle give us a close and we start to get a push back down, this is a good indicator that we might be short this market. All right. Boom. Okay, so what happened? Price broke this key level here. Price came back to this key level. It didn't come back to this one. And this is our Pac-Man's mouth, y'all. So this is our Pac-Man's mouth. You could have got in for a short position. Now, if you're going to get in from a short position here, I'm going to think about this. If I'm going to get in for a short position here, I understand that these are two key levels here. I need to create a stop loss that's big enough to cover both of these key levels, because there's a possibility that price wants to come back up here. And I don't want to get stumped out because it came back up here. So I want to just create a stop loss that's above both of those, right? So maybe like at that point right there, right? And boom, price just kept pushing down to the downside, and that's just what it is. All right, so that was phase two. Right now, it didn't come all the way up here like we wanted to do, but it did come back to a key level. All right. Now, y'all, my next entry that I am simply looking for is going to be down here for Ethereum. And the price, I'm letting y'all know right now, y'all, if price gets down to between, And whenever I'm long-term investing, I'm not trying to be perfect, y'all. I'm not trying to wait until it perfectly hits the bottom. I just need it near the bottom. All right. So y'all can write this down if you want to get into this trade with me for a long position. I'm not a financial advisor. I want to be clear. I am not a financial advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. I'm just letting y'all know what I'm about to do. When price gets between $1,000 and $35 and 800 and I'm gonna just say 800 and I don't know 870. All right, so 870. So between 1,035, 870, Kirby is looking for a long position somewhere in this level here. Now, I'm not going to have no stop loss. I'm just straight out buying it, right? I'm just going to buy more. I'm just going to rack up on more Ethereum. All right. If price comes to this key level, great. I'm actually happy because I'm about to buy more of this thing, right? Now, if price breaks this key level here, well, then I'm going to just have to come back and revert and like look at some new setups. But as of now, I'm just focused on this key level right here for Ethereum. All right, so now let's jump to Bitcoin. Now, I am looking at Bitcoin in the weekly, y'all. All right, so I know some of y'all probably look at it like in the daily, but I am going to look at Bitcoin in the weekly, and I'm going to tell you exact setup that if I was actually trading Bitcoin, what I would be doing for a long position. Oh, I said for a long position, but what setup I would be looking for. Now, because I am only invested in cryptocurrency, I'm just kind of investing. Like I'm just trading it traditionally. I'm just looking for long setups, right? I just showed y'all what I will be getting into, and for those that just joined, for Ethereum, my next buy position is going to be between 1,035 and 870. All right, that is going to be my next buy position for Ethereum. Now for Bitcoin, let's check this out, y'all. Can y'all believe that Bitcoin went over $100,000? Y'all know, like years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, it was like, man, you kind of like speculated, like, man, is it really gonna go to $100,000? That's like really far, like it's really far away, right? Because I was that person, like, man, that's really far. But now we can see that in the market, literally anything is possible and anything kind of goes in this place. All right. So what are we seeing here, y'all? I'm gonna be honest. My first thought is this right here. I'm literally looking at Pac-Man's mouth. Price. Pac-Man's mouth is right over here. Boom. This is okay. All right. I have not looked at Bitcoin, y'all, but y'all, listen to me. We're getting some setups right now for Bitcoin. All right, we're listen to what I'm telling you. We're getting some setups right now for Bitcoin. If you know about the gold zone system, then you see what's happening right now. You see that price, Pac-Man's mouth, price breaks. Price gives a respect on phase 3. Give us a pushback down to this week. Now, I want to just be clear with y'all too. I want to just show y'all something real quick, all right? Just so y'all can see something. This right here, this small move right here, y'all, price just simply respecting phase 3. That is a $4,000 move on Bitcoin. That is just absolutely insane. That's just a small respect too. That's a small respect. Boom, price breaks out. Y'all, two key levels for Bitcoin. Write them down. 2 key levels for Bitcoin is going to be right here. Next gold zone system. Next gold zone level. here. Phase 3. That's where we can simply get a bounce, and this is where we might see price begin to push back up. That is a possibility. Now, we know that the news, the narratives, and all these kind of things can affect the market, but if we're focused on setups, that is what I focus on. I only focus on setups. I don't care about the news necessarily, right? I focus on what is the market telling me to do, right? This right here, long position. Great position to catch some trades. Boom. Phase 3. Price breaks this. Next key level is going to be here. Boom. For another long position. Now, if you are in the business of shorting Bitcoin, if you are in the business of doing all that good stuff there, Pac-Man's mouth, simply get a nice break, price comes back to respect this key level for another pushback down. But if you are doing what I'm doing, you're kind of just buying these things traditionally, you just try and buy them for long term and all that good stuff. Next key level is here. Boom. Now, mind you, I'm not going to have any stop loss. Boom. That's one key level. Next key level is going to be here, around 64,000. All right, so around 64,000. First key level is going, for me, is going to be around 72,000. So 72,000, 73,000 in that range is going to be next key level. So these are key levels right here, y'all. Again, this is for the weekly. So this really has, you really have to have some time, you know, like just from this area here, this is from the 20, this is from year 2024. And this right here, okay, this is from March 2024, and this is from to October 2024. So there are some time in between if you are trading off the weekly. Okay, so there is some time, but man, you can catch some crazy trades simply doing what we already do, y'all. We're not doing anything extra. We're not doing anything extra. We're just simply doing what we already do. Like, don't be surprised if this begins, like, to come to this key level. It may or may not. It might just be respecting this. Like, it could simply just be respecting this. And this is why we don't trade anything in between the Pac-Man's mouth. Unless we got some confluence and we're kind of just getting in and out. But because price may just come to this level here and respecting it. And so we're looking for price to come down here and we're shorting this market, and price is saying, nope, we're going to come back up. So that's why we're only going to trade the foundation, the floor, and we're going to trade phase 2, which is our support or resistance. Well, typically when we're doing phase 2, that is actually going to be our support level, because we're looking for price to come down to the downside. All right. So look, I'm going to be going live every day for this week, Monday through Friday. So I'm gonna be able to come back in here and kind of just look at what we're doing, y'all. Like what is Ethereum doing? What is Bitcoin doing? What are these things doing? And you know, like, let's just see what happens at the end of the week. Where's price at the end of the week? Now, does anyone have any more questions about any other market that you want to look at tonight? Anyone has any more questions, please let me know. If not, that Ethereum setup you are looking for look just like Bitcoin did in the past. Listen, I haven't even seen Bitcoin. Let's see. Okay, look. Okay, I'm assuming, bro. This is what I'm assuming, though. I'm assuming this is what you're talking about. All right. This back here. Boom. All right. So this is. I'm assuming. I think this is what you're talking about. If this is what you're talking about, my friend, then you are absolutely correct. This looks very, very similar, right? Now, let's see. So if I was trading this in the past, I would trade it like this, right? Where I'm simply looking for this. I do see this. I do see this level here. But I'm not about to give so much attention to this right here because of how I kind of train my eye to see the market. I'm actually looking for channels instead of just horizontal. So I know, like, I don't trade like this, y'all. Like, I don't trade like this. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with trading like that. I'm not saying that at all. Like, wherever you find success in, that's what you keep doing. But I just have trained my eye to, like, look for a channel. So in everything, I'm looking for a channel. And I use horizontal setups for confluence, though, for sure. So this is how I'm looking for this level right here, right? So let's just see. This is crazy to think that, y'all, this was happening in the past, and we're just going on about life, and things are just happening, and all these different candles, different days is going on in our life, and different things is happening. When is this? When was this? This is May 2022. Wow. You know what? Before I continue, I just had a thought, y'all. I was in college. Listen. Oh my gosh, bro. I was in school doing this. Where was we at? Okay. Is there anybody? Okay, listen. Price for Bitcoin. Oh my God, this is making me sick. Price for Bitcoin when I was in college was at 1,000, 2,000, and all that kind of good range. What? Bro, what? It was crazy. I had no idea, nor did I care. I didn't care about Bitcoin. I didn't care about no stock market. I didn't care about anything like this, y'all. And to think that while I did not care, price was this cheap. $2,000, y'all, in 2017? Oh my God, let's go even further back. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you. All right. 2016? 2016. I'm playing 2K. 2K 2016, that's what I'm on. I'm on listen, this is where my mind is at. My mind is not on Bitcoin. My mind is not on my future. My mind is how am I to get my player up? This is 2016. This is like I'm having fun. I'm with my friends. But what if me and my friends was like, listen, y'all, let's save what we can. We're gonna penny pinch. Even if price is set 700, shoot, y'all, let's just, if we can each just at least get $200 worth. $200 worth? Okay, and I'm saying all this because right now I know some of us are in circumstances where it's like, listen, I don't have time to invest and have to wait for years. Well, I want to let you know something, that the years are going to come anyway. So you might as well do something good now so that your years later on from now will actually be good. Imagine for all my college friends, we got in right here, what our today will look like. So I'm saying that, so like when I'm talking about, hey, look, these investments, look at these setups, it won't pass us by like Bitcoin passes by. Because there might be a cryptocurrency right now that we're looking at that might be someday worth $50,000, $20,000. So I'm saying that so we can get our priorities in check and say, hey, maybe I need to put money to the side because I'm looking for the future. Again, the future is going to come anyway, so you might as well make it sweet by simply doing something good now, by simply making a little sacrifice now. Because if I wasn't playing the game so much, I might have been making a little money so I can pay for a Bitcoin. And then imagine if I was able to get like 3 Bitcoins. If I was able to get what? That's $300,000 today from having fun in college. Let's think about that for a second, y'all. What? Okay, back to the setup though. Back to the setup. That is just so fascinating when you really think about it. That is mind blowing when you really think about it. Y'all, we were in college for my friends. We were in college. Y'all, we were having fun while this is happening, and we're missing out. What are we doing? Okay, I digress. Okay, look, this is Binyard in your room dancing. And he should have been focusing on cryptocurrency. He should have been focusing on Bitcoin. He dancing. You see what I'm saying? What is we doing? We ain't here dancing when we should be, Come on now. We got to tighten up, y'all. There's no way that this should have happened. There's no way that this should have passed us by. It's no way, y'all. It's no way. Come on now. We got to be better. We not even, our minds is so far away from this stuff right here. We just doing what we doing. What that boy said, I'm just doing what I'm doing. All right, look. All right. So look, first setup is this right here. Boom. Okay, we already got a nice bounce. So this is a nice bounce. Now, I know it don't look like much, but this not look like much as a $3,000 bounce. Okay. So boom. Price is giving it. Okay, now, once we seen this break here, because we got this green candle here and we're breaking from this green candle, this is kind of giving me more confidence that we are probably going to continue to push to the downside. Now, if this is what you're seeing, brother. This is like you're true. This is true. This is how I would set up my Pac-Man's mouth if we could go back in the past, right? I'm saying here, key level. Okay, price didn't want to respect here. Key level. Mind you, doing this, I'm traditionally thinking about long-term investing, right? So this is not me doing phase two. This is strictly, I'm looking for key levels that I can get in for long-term that gives me the highest possibilities, right? So boom, here, I'm going for a long position here. Okay, price breaks down. Okay, cool. My next position is going to be Pac-Man's mouth. It's going to be down here at this bottom level. And I am curious to see where price goes from this point. I'm gonna be honest though, I'm actually disappointed, and I need to actually, everyone that I went to school with needs to be in here so we can actually have a discussion, so we can actually see why did we miss this? Why did we miss this, bro? And now when we all grown, now let's trade stocks now. Come on, man. What were we doing? Where were we at, man? We trying to play video game and, man, come on, man. And hoop. What we hooping for, man? We can hoop later, bro. What we going to the gym for? Really? What we going to the gym for? Come on. All right, boom. This is a great short position here. This is very similar, but if we're traditionally trading, then we're not looking for any short position. Okay, perfect. So this right here, it never came back down to phase 3. So let's imagine this. Let's just imagine for a second. This did not come back down to phase 3. Okay, we understand that. We got a nice curl. We got a nice curl in reverse. The price began to push up, right? Now, let's imagine for a second, if this looks like the same setup. What if price never comes back down here? Now, I'm not saying it's not, because if it does, I'm going to definitely grab some more. But let's say that it starts to give us a reversal. Ooh, and we start getting another push back up. That's going to be big. Now, I did buy a lot here. So I got a good amount here at this key level here. Now, I'm in drawdown, y'all. I'm down. I'm down right now. I'm bleeding. I'm in red. Your boy is red when it comes to cryptocurrencies right now. I'm hurting. But I get it now. There's one point in my life where I will be like frustrated. Oh my God. But I understand now, right? I understand what's happening. I'm actually excited. I wanted to actually come to this level here so I can buy more. Because I believe that as the world goes, the stock market is going to continue to grow. Now, we're going to have pullbacks. Like when price came up here to $4,000, boom, we're getting a major pushback down, right? Whenever you get, oh my gosh, look at Again, where were we at? Let's talk about this. This is June 2022. I said 2022. This is June 2022. Where are we at? Friends. My friends that are in here right now, where are we at? I didn't get like a phone call to say, hey, Kurt, you probably should get in at this point. I didn't get that. So where were we at? We missed out on 2016 when we were playing 2K and we're trying to go hoop and we like doing all this other stuff. But 2022, y'all, we're grads now. We're out of school. So where were we at? Where was the phone call? Why didn't nobody say, hey, Kirby, the price is on discount right now. You probably should get in. And boom, it goes back up to $4,000. But guess what? Today is the day that we will not keep missing these things. We will not keep missing. Listen, Reese, that's it. We're stressing right now to get a job. That's where our brain was at. Oh my God, I gotta get this. While this is happening, we could have did DoorDash, Uber, anything, saved up a little bit, and said, listen, we're gonna buy this. We're gonna buy this. And this gonna flip for us. Oh my gosh. This gonna flip. And while we're flipping, we day trading. We're just having fun with the market now. We're just taking over the market. But this is the perfect time. This is the time right now, y'all. We're actually having a good conversation right now. I'm saying that we're having a good conversation right now. It's because we're in the middle of a low. If we were in a high position, this really wouldn't be a good conversation. But because we're at a point where, y'all, this could be where we get our fresh start. This could be our 2016. This could be our moment. Why do we need to miss it? If we miss this, it's our fault. What am I saying right now? I'm saying that don't be lazy. Save some dollars. I'm not a financial advice. This is not financial advice, okay? I'm talking to myself. How about that? Y'all just in the room while I'm talking to myself. Save some bucks. And know that the future is going, as long as the Lord is allowing you to see and come alive, the future is coming anyway. It's coming anyway. So what we might as well do at this point is put ourselves in the right position. That's what we might as well do. We are at a low. If you got in today, if you say, listen, it's at $1,600, that you're cheap. I got in up here. I'm up here. I'm bleeding. But even if you say, listen, I'm about to go ahead and pop, look, I'm about to pop a little bit here. Maybe I can like put $100 a month, $100 like a week, $50, $30. And if I can just build up, listen, right now, this is a good price. I don't care if you got in right here. Good price. Good price. Anything in this, good price. Ideally, we want to see price come down here. If it come in this 900 something range, y'all, this is green. This is where I'm hitting that buy button repeatedly. I'm doing it. I'm going to keep getting it because I don't want to miss out on this this is our moment right here, y'all. Like, this is our moment that we had to take advantage. And it's not just for Ethereum. But a lot of these things, okay, this is XRP. All right, XRP is a little bit more newer. So it doesn't have back history like that. But we still got a little setup. Now, I personally because we don't have much history, I would have wanted to get in right here. But this is still not too bad. This is still not it's not too bad. If you want to get some skin in the game, it's not too bad. Because we're not thinking about a day trade. We're thinking about long term. So if we're thinking about long term, we're not really penny costing. Like, we're not really that penny. We just need something in the vicinity of a key level for us. All right. Now we're day trading and we want to execute like at its highest point. Like, we want to execute. Like, timing is everything. Now let's look at this. All right, let's just go back. Look, y'all, this is so crazy because I drew these, y'all, years ago. This is how I used to trade years ago. I don't know where I was on, but I was on something. But wow, just seeing this is kind of like looking at an old book. Like this is this is so funny, bro. This is like living. This is a Gastonia days of setting up. Seriously, y'all. This is literally I probably did this in Gastonia. I know for a fact I did this in Gastonia. This is 2022. This is Gastonia, y'all. And this is how I was trading. Wow. It's kind of I should have left it up there. You know what? I'm going to leave it up there. You know why I'm going to leave it up here? Because this is history for me. I know it's kind of petty, but this is history. I'm downloading this image. This is history. This is Kirby 2022, no beard. Y'all know those old pictures that you look at from middle school, high school, and you're like, dang, bro, I look so like a kid. Yeah, this is like, this is what I see when I look at this. And I still ain't got no beard though, but I still don't look like I'm in high school, I'm assuming. But this is like, man, this is, wow. And I'm sure some of y'all look back and y'all look at yourself now, y'all like, dang, I done grew so much. You just don't have no mirror. This is my mirror right here. Like, this is my old picture. Okay. All right, so we're in another situation right now. We're in another pullback situation. Look, y'all, listen, we're in this right now, y'all. We're in this season. We're in a season right now. I'm so serious with y'all right now. Listen, we are in a season right now. Okay? Do not miss this stuff. Okay? We're in a season that you need to be taking advantage of. That I need to be taking advantage of. This pullback, don't you wish you would have caught this at $86 and then it ran up? This is another pullback. Price runs up, you're going to be sitting back like, oh my God, I should have. Our moment is now. Okay? Like I don't know how much I can say that. Our moment is now. Like this is our moment, y'all. To take advantage of different things. All right? Now I'm not saying you got to be like rich to do this stuff. No, you don't. Like just put some skin in the game. This is also a great opportunity to if you are a swing trader, if you trade stocks, if you options trade, this is a great time to options trade, maybe for a long position. Hold it. I am not a financial advisor. I shouldn't even say that. I'm going to tell you what I would do if I was an options trader. I would buy maybe, like I would get a nice setup, a nice little pullback, look for a long position and hold it out for a year. If you can afford that, right? Hold it out for a year. If you get you a good setup. I just showed y'all on Ethereum bounce from just a Pat Man's mouth, from just phase one. This was a $500 move. If you get a $500 move on an options, it can be really, 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 really good for you financially. Okay? Oh my gosh, y'all. Oh my gosh. My boy Ben, y'all, man, you ain't here, boy. Hey, listen. Reese, Benyard, Mel, if y'all still in here, we got to get on the Zoom sometime this week. So we can actually, for one, we need to have a conversation of where our head was at in 2016, between 2015 and 2019. What were we doing? That's one. That is conversation number one. What were we doing? Why wasn't no one telling us about this at this time? Okay? Now, number two is we need to just go over like what it's like being a trader. Like what is it like what is it like being a trader? Because it can be difficult. But family, look, if there's no more questions, I am done for the night, y'all. I appreciate y'all. What time is it? It is 10 o'clock. So, yeah. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. And I'll be back on here this thing tomorrow. Probably like around 8:30, 9 o'clock. Somewhere just around that range. All right? All right, y'all. Good night. Bye.